The last method in class Spot on View is the missedSpot method that you see here, which is called only when a spot animates all the way to the end of its animation and the user never touches that spot. So that means it's gotten to the point where it's reached 25% of its original width and height on the screen. It hits the end of its animation. The onAnimationEnd event handler gets called and in turn calls missedSpot, passing in the image view that was missed. At this point, we remove that spot from our spots collection and we remove it physically from the screen because this spot is no longer part of the game. Then at lines 342 and 3, we check to see if the game is over, and if so, we simply return at this point. At lines 346 through 348, we play the disappear sound for a spot that reached the end of its animation. And now we need to determine whether the game is over or whether the user simply lost one of their remaining lives. So if the lives linear layouts get child count method returns 0, that means there were no extra lives remaining at this point, therefore the game is over. So we set game over to true, check to see if the score that the user got is greater than the high score, and if so, we store that information into the default shared preferences file for this app. That way, when the user runs the app again in the future, they have the most up-to-date high score. We cancel any remaining animations. Then we build a dialog that shows the results to the user. And of course, you've seen many different instances of alert dialog being created in prior apps. When the user touches the positive button for this dialog, we're going to update the displayed scores, indicate that the dialog is no longer displayed, and call reset game to start a new game. And of course, once we're done building the dialog, we indicate that the dialog is displayed and we show it on the screen. Now, if the game is not over, we go to the else part of this large if-else structure and we simply remove one of the lives, and you can see we're removing the view at a specific index, and we calculate the index by getting the child count from the lives linear layout and subtracting 1 from it, which gives us the index of the last child in the lives linear layout, and we simply remove the last life from the screen. Then we need to replace the spot that the user just missed, so we call add new spot to add a new spot to the game. Now, once the initial 5 spots have been added to the screen, there will only ever be a maximum of 5 spots on the screen at a given time, because each new spot is added to the screen as a result of a previous spot being removed.